Hello, dear fellas. This is Fahad Aslam Khukar, the virologist, and welcome you all to Side Hustle. Today, I have an extremely special guest with me. His name is Sreekanth. He's an IT expert, very good friend of mine, and the most important thing is that he is from India. Everybody, please welcome Sreekanth. Sreekanth, how are you?
Hi, how are you, Fahad? I'm very good, and a very good evening to you.
Thank you so much. So, Sreekanth, I know pretty much about you, but my audience would like to know who is Sreekanth.
Okay, to talk about myself, I'm from Kerala in
Okay.
India, and
Yeah.
I'm actually settled in Bangalore for the last
Okay.
25 plus years, and I'm working in
Okay.
IT industry for a long time. From my engineering, I actually completed my engineering from REC Calicut in Kerala.
Okay.
And then onwards, I've been working with the IT industry for the last, 27 years, I can say exactly. And, I'm basically connected to this telecom domain. And,
Okay.
I'm working with multiple companies, companies like IBM, Motorola, Gemini. These are the companies I work for. Currently, I'm
Okay.
connected with an MNC in Bangalore. I am a
Okay.
director in that MNC,
Wow.
and yeah, that's pretty much about me.
Okay.
And
That's
from the personal front, I am
yeah.
married. I have two kids,
Okay.
and yeah,
That's good.
right.
That's a pretty impressive profile. But Shrikant, your expertise is in the field of personal development and self-help. You have also written a book on this, and apparently there is no direct connection between IT and all
Mm.
this self-help and self-development and finding your purpose stuff. How come you came to this field?
Right.
Yeah,
Basically, as I told, I'm from the IT industry for a long time. I'm connected with
yeah,
IT. My blood
yeah.
is a lot of IT in me. But I've been reading. I like reading books, and
Yeah.
from the young days, I like all the type of books. Actually, especially in younger days, I used to read a lot of fiction kind of books, all type of books. Apart from our school studies and all, we used to read a lot of books apart from that. And
Good.
like I told, autobiographies, like a lot of books. I am inspired about. But off late, I've been connecting with a lot of non-fiction books, into personal development
Yeah,
space, into spirituality, into this law of attractions, subconscious mind. These are some of
yeah,
the
yeah,
books
yeah,
which I felt very interesting, and I'm connected with
yeah,
them. So then, as I read a lot of books, a lot of concepts come to me, and I was thinking it is important to express, my own way for the people who are close to me, like around the world. I have a lot of connections, and I was thinking, why not expressing it my way? With my understanding, my take from all the
yeah,
books. This is
yeah.
this is what I did, and it was not easy. I mean, writing a book when you're
Indeed,
really in the
indeed.
IT industry.
Yeah,
But I actually take some time for myself. Whether it is learning or whether it is reading, I actually
mm,
keep some time for myself. Do my routines regularly. I mean, as a habit. So, I was writing a little bit, last 4 or 5 months. It's an effort of some 4 or 5 months. And
yeah.
then it turned out actually, this book.
Great.
I think a lot of my friends, actually gone through that book and gave very good feedback. It was very inspiring for me as well.
Yeah, I've just gone through a few excerpts of that, and I would love to read the entire book. But I'm pretty much connected with the concept of the book, and it resonates with my nature as well. The law of attraction that you just said, and the power of
Right.
your subconscious mind. The idea was first coined by Dr. Joseph Murphy, I think, and it
Correct.
was
Correct. Correct. Correct.
again repeated by Rhonda Byron in the book in her book called The Secret. And Paulo
Correct.
Coelho copied
Correct.
that concept in his book The
Correct.
Alchemist. When you want
Exactly.
something with some burning desire, the whole world conspires in helping you to achieve it. And then I
Wow, we have a same direction. We have a good connect on all
yeah,
this
yeah, we
subject
do
actually.
have. I'm also an avid reader, and
Okay.
I've read a lot of books. I must have read at least 1,000 books in my life, at least, and those are also non-fiction books. I literally do not write
Wow.
reading non-fiction
Wow.
books.
Right.
So, have you also practiced this thing in your own life? The law of attraction, that whatever you think, that thing,
Yes.
thought becomes things. That is the actual concept.
Correct. Correct.
Have you
Correct.
experienced
Correct.
this thing in your life ever?
Yes, yes, many times actually. Like, what
Okay.
you really think about, that consciousness is very important. Like the
Yeah.
power of consciousness is very huge. And
Yeah.
see, whatever you desire very deeply, and many times it has manifested in my life. I can definitely tell that, the concepts which the book talks about, the concept which, we practice, definitely it works. I mean, many times. Actually, if you look at, we are also, manifestations. I mean, we are actually
Yeah.
continuously manifesting, whether it is in the,
Yeah.
happy way or, or the other way. We are manifesting things every day,
Yeah.
correct? Every time we manifest.
Exactly.
But when you have a
Exactly.
very positive intent inside you, very good positivity inside you, the things which
Yeah.
manifest is really happy, really big things.
That's. Do you believe
Even
in God?
I would say, pardon me?
Do you believe in God?
Definitely, I definitely believe in the power. There's a
In the
universal
power?
power,
Yeah.
which our soul can connect to actually. So that definitely I believe in. Yes.
Okay. So you perceive God as a power, some positive power,
Yes.
like that.
Yes.
So
Yes.
do you also believe that there is some negative power that is keeping us from doing things? Like we just said that there is a law of attraction, and if we will think about the positive things, we will start attracting the negative things. And we've been listening all this stuff from the elder women from our homes. कि भाई नजर लग गई बच्चे को नजर, the negative thing that we've been listening in the subcontinent of ours. Do you believe that that thing also exists, the negative powers?
No, rather than I would like to think about the positivity. Actually, like what
Okay.
positive things you can do. I mean, your subconscious mind. If you
Yeah.
look at that, I mean, if you had read about subconscious mind deeply, so what it tells, those vibrations, that positive vibrations, which is deeply there in your subconscious mind. That is something. That will definitely create more and more positivity in your life. I'm looking at that than looking at the negative way of
Yeah. Yeah.
thinking. There will be a lot of setbacks, a lot of challenges, but if you take it them as an opportunity, and if you really go ahead, it will be good for you. Basically, it will be a positive outcome for sure. That's the way I like to take the those aspect.
Yeah. Exactly. Shrikant, coming back to your book was about finding one's purpose. So,
Yes.
how do you think it is important for oneself to find one's purpose? Can't a person live his or her life without finding one?
See, basically, living with purpose is a very important aspect of life, because it gives a direction, it gives a
Hmm.
motivation to us, and
Agree.
it gives a sense of fulfillment in your life. Without
Yeah.
purpose, you will feel really down. You'll not, feel a real, sense of life. Basically,
Exactly.
you will
Exactly.
just live without any enjoyment, without any kind of
Hmm.
motivation. So
Exactly.
it's an important
Exactly.
aspect of finding
Exactly.
purpose, right?
Exactly.
And I always believe we all are taken this birth for some purpose actually, to
Yeah.
so finding out that purpose is the very important aspect, definitely.
Agree. So, Shrikant, since you are expert in this field, there is one term which is defined differently by different people. How would you define success? Would you relate this term to the abundance of money, the abundance of spirituality, or how would you define this term success? When we say that so and so person is successful, how would you define this?
Yeah, as I told, I mean, our life is a very unique journey. Like, we
Yeah,
cannot keep on compare with others, right?
exactly.
Our journey is very unique, and as one of the books which I read, which was talking about, as soul actually decide, our soul decides, to take a birth in this earth actually, and have some experience in this journey.
Mhm.
And it definitely chooses the parents. It talks about that actually. That book is talking about, the book name is actually Ask and It Is Given. Very wonderful
Ask it.
book actually. And
Yes, it is.
it was talking about this concept of, a soul decide to come to this earth, to have certain experience, okay, in this earth. It
Yes.
chooses the parents, it chooses the environment, everything it chooses. So actually that soul always, when it is here, it has to really find that purpose, that route. Actually, for him, the success will not be that money. The success may not, maybe something else. Actually, I mean, based on that, the purpose which it came for. So basically, we cannot compare with success. I mean, with others.
So what you are saying
Achievement.
that it is a relative term. It could be a
Correct.
different from different people. Is that what you are saying?
Yeah, exactly. Definitely, it is different for different people.
Okay.
Success cannot be compared. Yes.
Okay. Okay. I couldn't agree more on this. Okay. Shrikant, uh, we often have so much motivation to do something. For example, if I found my purpose that I want to accumulate $1 million, let's say. So on the first day, my motivation level will be that much high. Okay. The
Hmm.
next day, my motivation will go down like that. And whenever, at the moment I will see the first small failure of mine, my motivation will be sacked like this. Okay.
Right.
So
Right.
this motivation thing, and the, one of the reasons that I have detached myself from self-help literature for a while, for a certain time, because they're always talking about finding one's purpose, finding one's motivation, but that motivation part is always very short-lived. The major thing to do is to find the consistency in your purpose. Would you
Right.
agree on this? Do you feel that this is the problem? And what is the remedy of this?
Right. It's a continuous process, Fahad. I mean,
Yeah,
definitely, it is
yeah,
not like it is not like a milestone you are reaching. It is not like that. It is a continuous process. You have to keep
yeah,
working on yourself. I mean, it may need a lot of self learning, a lot of
yeah.
upskilling all the time. And
Agree.
basically, that will actually definitely, that requires a lot of effort, and you have to keep your focus at a very high level,
Yeah,
when you really want to do well. And that you have to keep that positive consciousness. You have to keep all the positivities. So
yeah,
this is how, I mean, you can keep that motivated. See, there are some ways, like, you can celebrate some of your success. Be with a lot of encouraging people, positive people around you. These are the kind of, and practice the self passion. Basically, I mean, basically that, be passionate about yourself,
yeah,
basically. And
yeah.
also, like, a lot of spiritual way of connecting yourself, your inner journey. Those are the things which will definitely keep you. I think always,
But
will keep
but
you to
how
the
to deal
route.
with failure, Shrikant? It's not really as that much simple. How to deal with failure?
See, that's what challenges, setbacks are all part of life. But
Yeah,
you will have some learnings in that. That is also like a part of your journey, and
yeah,
learning from that, and still focusing back to your, being beyond the track. That is a very continuous process, basically.
yeah.
That's what I would say.
Agree with that. Shrikant, how much good is the business of writing a book? Can a person become filthy rich by writing books?
Well, I was not thinking that way. I mean, as I told initially, I wanted to connect with, my people around me, with the understanding, with the knowledge I am having.
Yeah.
So that was the most important thing. But I connected with a lot of people who are successful in this field, and because I needed a lot of understanding how to read, how to write a book, and how to publish it. Those aspects. Definitely, I worked on myself. And I connected with a lot of successful people around.
So,
So
so
look
let's
like
talk
it's a
about
good
this. Let's talk about this. How to write one and how to publish.
potential. Basically, knowledge is very important. Like, you need to, have some ideas, right, which we want to share.
Do you put some deadline for you that I will have to
Yes.
complete my first draft in this? Do you start by writing an outline?
Yes.
What is the process? If you would just tell me the blueprint of that briefly.
Yeah, basically, you need to be very disciplined. If you want to
Okay.
write a book, you need to have that idea what you want to really
Okay.
articulate, and you need to keep working, daily. It should be a habit in you. Actually, this is very important. If you like, earlier you mentioned, you lose that motivation sometime.
Yeah.
That will not work. Actually, you need to keep that discipline, and feel inspired, like, you're doing something for yourself, correct? I mean, it is something of your dream, like, writing a book was a dream for me. So definitely, if I talk about myself, it really inspired me every day, like, okay, I'm writing this chapter, this okay, this chapter is done, next chapter. So I mean, it was an inspiration for me, step by
How
step.
much? So how much
I
time you
really
took to
didn't
write this?
want to lose the track. And being in IT industry and at that kind of a position, it was very
That's great.
many times it happened that, okay, I cannot do that, but I maintained that momentum. Basically, that's what
So, so
I
how
could
much time you
tell
took to
from.
do that? How much
I
time
think
you took?
this book took around 4 to 5 months time for me.
Okay. Okay, that's good. So Shrikant, if you'd have to, which 3 or 5 books would you like to recommend to my readers who want to change his or her life?
Yeah, right. There are many books actually. There was one, Atomic Habits, which
Yeah,
was a very good book. Atomic Habits.
very good.
Think
Very
and
cue
Rich
craving
Grow.
response and reward.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Think and Grow Rich. That was
thank
another
you.
book.
Napoleon Hill.
Uh,
Yeah,
right, Napoleon Hill, and then and also this Abraham books are very good actually. Ask and It's Given, which was another very beautiful book.
yeah,
Many books like that. Once you connect with a book, you will definitely come to the next one. It will guide you really.
yeah,
Where you really want to go.
yeah. So Shrikant, uh, what would be your advice to everyone, whoever is stuck in his or her life, whoever is struggling, whoever is literally in a mess at this moment? What would you advise to that person to change his or her life?
Well, I mean, I would say, see, human birth is such a precious one, actually, what is given to you. So make full use of it. I mean, definitely connect with all the positive people around, basically work on yourself. I mean, it is important. Actually, you need to learn, but you need to upskill. Every time, look for something which you can learn. We can connect with a lot of wonderful people
Yeah,
around. A lot of resources are given to you. Basically, universe had given so much of resources. Utilize it fully, and definitely enjoy your life fully. I mean, before it is late.
that's great. That's great. That's a very great nugget of awesomeness from your side. What I've learned so far from this great discussion is that whatever skill that you have, guys, whatever technical skill that you have, whatever field you are in, that is not that much important. But what important is that you will have to keep on and on trying. You will have
Right.
to develop the skill of reverting back and getting back to that thing. That is the greater skill than any of the technical skill that you might have. That is what
Right.
I have learned from this discussion. And
True.
one must always keep oneself connected with the divine powers, in whatever way you are perceiving that positive power in your life. Always be positive, and the positive things will start uh,
Correct. True.
getting towards you. Srikant, thank you so much
Perfect.
for being with me. It was a lovely discussion. Thank you so.
Thank you. Thank you for it was a great interaction. Very
Thank you.
happy for this interaction. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so.
much.